As you can see, we're running a light setup today. All I've got is my bucket, 2 rods, and my Garmin Striker 4 with my Transducer on there, giving her a whirl today. Now you might be wondering, this doesn't look like the Garmin Striker 4 that I got on my box. What are you using, Z? How'd you get this? What's going on here? Like I said, I use this on my kayak, as if you've watched the open water video, so I just jerry-rigged this myself in order to make it a portable ice unit. Let's show you what I did. So I took a normal tackle box, I tricked it out with an Ozonics and Yeti sticker, because you have to have those. If you don't have those 2 stickers, you can't catch the fish. I threw, this is a big old pill bottle that I cut the lid off, and I set it right here on top so I can drop my deucer in as I'm walking around, and it just holds everything nice and tight, ready to go. My unit is up here. I can still twist it back, forth, left, right. When I open up my unit, this is where it gets cool though. Whoosh. I can put my tackle on one side, right here, and this is my battery box. It looks the same as my battery box that was in my kayak. Wonder why? Because this is the same battery box, but the only thing I did different was put some styrofoam on the bottom and on both sides. 1, to stop the jiggling around. I want that battery to be secure. But 2, because this unit is sitting on the ice all day long, I don't want that battery directly on the ice. So it's kind of insulated with the styrofoam on all sides. If I open this up, you'll see I rigged up, if you didn't watch my last video, this is just an old ammo can, and I put some alligator clips on the 2 terminals. I'm not an electrical guy, maybe it's not called that, but I put some alligator clips on the black and red wire that came with the unit, and they don't come with that, so I went to the hardware store and got that. That was just for ease of access, so I can charge this thing nice and easy. That battery box closes up nice and tight, click shut, and I can close this whole unit up, lock it up, and carry around just like this. And you have your portable flasher. It's worked very, very well. So it's the first ice, and I've only dropped down once so far, and I already had a nibble. So let's give this a whirl again. See if we can bring a fish up. Hopefully you can see on the unit what we're doing here. I'm in 8 feet of water. As you can see, there's fish down there right next to my jig. I'm gonna raise it up, and they're chasing it up right there. That is what we like to call a very nice gill. So if you don't carry a measuring stick with you, one little cheat of the day is use your hole. I know that my hole is 7 inches. I can hold my fish across here. This looks like an 8.5 inch gill. Very nice bluegill. Multifarious just caught himself a bass too. It is going to be a wonderful day. Trying to show on the flasher, you can see there's a fish down there right now, and we're going to drop down to it. Jig it a couple times. Aw, missed a bite, folks, missed a bite. He might come back, he might come back. That was a solid bite. And you can see the whole thing on the screen. Ooh, what a big deal. Wrapped in the deucer, as always. Oh, what a fatty! Yeah! Now, one thing you can do, you can run this on your flasher screen, or I can turn on my normal chart. And you can see here, this is so cool. You can see my jig right above the bottom, and you can see me jigging it up, up, up. And there's a fish I missed. Let's try and get him again. This chart's the way to go if you're searching for bigger fish. You'll be able to see them lurking on the bottom versus just a little bleep or blop dot on your screen of the flasher.
Easy.
What? This is actually so neat. I can see my, oh, this is so cool. Oh, there's a fish on. Oh, bigger fish too.
Got a big one?
Oh, this one's pulling. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Simmer, 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 child. Largy. I was swimming just a little higher than normal, and he came in and swooped in. Let's get a nice release on this beautiful bass. As soon as I move my rod, there's no delay whatsoever. Now I'm using the Garmin Striker 4 unit, but I made one change. I got the ice deucer to go with it. I got this ice deucer because it's a cone, and the transducer that comes with your Striker 4 in the normal box, if you buy it as an open water unit, is just your standard deucer that you'd attach to the transom of your boat. But I wanted to do also ice fish with this unit. I use it on my kayak, as you saw in my other video. So I got this open water, or excuse me, hard water cone transducer. And it's the cat's meow, ladies and gentlemen. One very cool feature that this unit has is you can change the cone angle. So I've been fishing 18 today. So you just hit your menu button, and I'm going to beam width. You can adjust this from 18 all the way to 24. I like a nice medium cone angle for what I'm doing, but let's say you wanted two guys to use this unit out of the same hole. I might start running a 24 to make a little wider cone. Now see those big marks on my screen? Oh shucks, I gotta get down there. That's a big fish down there, folks. And I don't even have a wax worm on my rod. Let's try and get him. He went away, but we might be able to entice him. Here I am showing you guys how to use the machine. There are fish down there. As you can see, my line goes down, down, down.
Hey, bluegill boy.
Yes, multifarious.
Favorite way to spend the morning in December?
My favorite way is to be on hard water with good friends like yourself. Catching bluegill.
Bullgills.
I do love the occasional crappie as well. Now we can see him right here. Now what if we change our cone angle while doing this? So let's change this to 24. And that's going to run us at 145 kilohertz. So basically that cone's just a little bit wider. But if I want to see more detail right where I'm at, I'm gonna shrink that down a touch because I don't want it so wide when I'm only in 8 feet of water. That's ridiculous. It would show me what fish are surrounding the area. And you can go back to your flasher if you'd like.
Quite a bowl.
I can also switch screens and go to my split frequency. This is going to show me running at 200 kilohertz on one side, and right now it's running 199 on the other side. I can change those if I wanted to run 2 different frequencies. But we'll go back to our flasher because guess what? We're ice fishing today. Here we go. It wasn't ready, it wasn't ready. He's down there right with me. Oh, there we go. That is a fish. Mr. Bluegill for ya. As you can see, we're marking these fish on the screen, so we'll drop our transducer back in the hole. And I'm just gonna hit my GPS button right here. Bam, waypoint created. Now you can see there's fish back down there, so I'm gonna go back down right now. And I can talk about changing your waypoints later. You can change the name. We can name this Crappie Attack Hole, because obviously the crappie are here. So we made our waypoint. Now let's say we want to name that waypoint. We're going to go into our waypoint user data. And I knew that waypoint, it says it's right here, waypoint 10. Click on that and you can edit waypoint. You can change that name. Instead of 0010, I can name this Umlaut. Or we'll get out of those German numbers and letters. Go to C. For now, I'll name it C10 because there's fish down there, and there's one on my rod. But we can name it Crappie later, or She Devil, She Devil because we caught one of my favorite species right here. See if you can see what that looks like.
Bluegill boy.
Guys, thanks so much for watching this week's video. I hope you guys learned something that will help you guys catch more fish in the future. As always, if you're out fishing and you catch something cool, send us a picture. Lastly, shout out to this week's 7 Fish Intern of the Week for catching this big Nebraska crappie under the ice. Congratulations, Kieran.